Hey guys, what's up? My name's Cesara and welcome to my channel. This is a drawing channel. It's not very clear from the channel name, but it's one of those channels like Lavender Towns and Wolfie Chews and Casey Goldens and Jazzas. And I thought what better way to start off this channel than with a video that shows you guys what my previous avatar was going to look like had I made this channel a year ago. So without further ado, let's just get right into the video. So this was my first design. It's pretty abstract-y, as you guys can see. I wanted it to look this way because I really wanted to stand out from the art community. There's not really much to talk about. It's just a super abstract-y character and that's pretty much it. Then there was this design. This design was probably the design I was most serious about out of the failed ones, because I did end up doing a lot with it. So I started off making it by actually starting with an iris, and I'm quite disappointed in myself for having done this, but I did kind of trace an image from the internet. I don't usually do that. I kind of find comfort in the fact that I intentionally didn't make the shape the same, as you guys could see. I sort of changed it. I wanted this character to have two different colored eyes because I just thought it would be cool, and I have brown eyes in real life, and I just thought, you know, it would have been fun if I had some crazy eye color like blue or green, which you wouldn't expect seeing, you know, skin color like mine and somebody from where I'm from. You know, we all have brown skin and brown eyes. So yeah, anyway, then I started designing the face. I intentionally made the eyebrows different, and I gave the girl a pig nose. It took me ages to actually get the lips right. I wanted to make them thin at first, but then I just ended up going with this, and I wanted to make them pink because I didn't want to look like a goth, because that's not me, but it just didn't work. So then I started shading in the face, and then started doing some stuff with the hair, and it took me a long time to get the hair as well. I started, you know, coming up with this sort of curled fringe. I don't exactly know what to call it, just this strange sort of thing that I actually sort of kept. Being an amateur to Procreate, I didn't use the fill bucket to color in anything. I was doing everything manually because I didn't actually realize that Procreate had a fill bucket. I only realized that towards the end of 2019, and that probably would have saved a lot of time for me, but oh well. And I wanted to make the zigzag in the hair because, again, I wanted something to set me apart from the other creators out there. As you guys can see now, I'm struggling with the anatomy, or at least I was. Now I'm designing the dress. And yeah, the dress was actually a lot of fun to design. Actually, it kind of bugs me that the hand is really small. I must say that to you guys. If you guys are curious about how old I was when I made this, by the way, I was 12. Now I'm 13. Anyway, those legs were pretty bad. I still remember thinking that when I was making them, but again, I really struggled with the anatomy of this character. So I also didn't know what shoes to give her. I just gave her some random yellow shoes, hoping that would do the job. And I started editing the dress and editing the character because I asked somebody for approval, and they said that there was something off about the character, maybe the eyes or the dress or something. So I tried to change it, but it didn't end up looking good, and I ended up scrapping it not too long after it was being after it had been created. Yeah, so that happened. And I spent a lot of time on this character. It's kind of sad that I did because I did nothing with it. And then I just sort of incorporated some of the design elements from the alternate character, the alternate design of this one, into the other design. I think it gave it more life, so I'm kind of glad I did that. And yeah, so I tried to change the hairstyle because I thought it looked kind of silly, and I'm glad I did, honestly. I hadn't yet given up on the other character though. I tried to make it look better. I just thought that, you know, there must be some way to fix this character, that there must be something I can do. So I tried, but it didn't work. Anyway, yeah, so that's my character done. I told you guys that I was pretty serious about this character, so I made all these different facial expressions, sort of checking out the hands. The hands really, they're kind of putting me off. But anyway, I designed a lot of outfits because I don't want to wear the same thing in every video. I just did it for this video because this is my intro video, my first video, and like I think that would be more fitting. So this is my third design. I'll tell you guys why I decided to scrap the second one. There were several reasons. The first reason being, it was actually a really silly reason, but the skin tone of the character was the same color as the canvas, and this meant that I would forget to color in the character properly. So if I wanted to add in a background or something, I would have to go back and color in the character each time, and I'd already copied and pasted the character many times and made different outfits, so it was really irritating to go back to all of them and just color them in. It's probably not the best explanation I can give you guys for the first reason, impacting the outcome of this character design, the fate of this character design, but that's just the best way I can explain it. It's a really silly reason, but I had some better reasons. Like, the character didn't resemble me. I mean, I know a lot of creators' characters don't resemble them, but I was genuinely scared of being hated on for this. The biggest reason why I did decide to scrap this character, though, was because I just couldn't redraw it. Every time I had to make a new outfit for this character, I would actually copy and paste the same character design and I would draw over it. And then eventually I realized, I can't keep doing this. I have to actually keep on drawing it at some point because, I just can't have a character that's too difficult to draw. I have to redraw it for you guys. I have to do things with the character. I need to use it in videos. If I can't even redraw the character, then what's the point of keeping it? So, as you guys can see, I was desperately trying to redraw the character, and frankly, I failed. So I ended up creating something completely new. I ended up keeping the fringe and keeping the different eyebrow shapes and the pig nose, but I changed the rest of the design. I think the legs of this character definitely look better than the legs of the previous one, but obviously the hands are still too small. Anyway, this is my new character, the one that you guys have been seeing on screen for a few parts of the video now. I actually first designed this character when I was making my intro, because I had a very clear vision of what I wanted her to look like. You guys might be wondering why I'm drawing two different characters, in blue. It's because this was going to be a completely different intro where I would actually turn and I would have the pencil going in my hair simultaneously, but that was way too difficult to actually execute, so I just ended up doing something a little simpler, but I think that it looks better than the other design would have looked. Not the other design, the other intro would have looked. And yeah, this character was the easiest to make. So you guys might be wondering at this point what I'm doing, because I have all these random images on my screen. Those were parts of my original intro for my second draft character. No, not my second, actually, it was my third character. Actually, I think I'll show that to you guys just now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and subscribe to the channel, and I'll hopefully see you guys next time. Goodbye!